basically encountered before. So if Liquid can find that kind of style, if they can get the edge there and throwing stuff at Immunity that they're not used to seeing, just as NIP did, then maybe Immunity will be in trouble here. But otherwise, we saw Immunity doing really well. Otherwise, so we'll have to see how they're able to fare here. We are back into it, as you guys can see, and upon losing that pistol round, Liquid are on the pistol armor buy.
Alright, so we've got a 4-man stack from the CTs over over towards A. And it's just down to a Liege to hold down the B bomb site for the time being. You can see Immunity trying to find out where a potential stack is. Slowly clearing out the apps. So we'll see where the bomb goes. Bomb trying to stay in a safe position for the time being. Definitely don't want to get short with that, so bit of baiting here from IM, but no bites yet from Team Liquid. So information will be hard to find. Ricky though, walking in with just a pistol, trying not to lose too much, as it seems Immunity have decided on the B bomb site.
This is really nice. Rick is the guy who's saving for the AWP. He's got the Tech 9. He's looking for the stack. He's only going to find a Legion in the site. And in comes the push. The rest of the players filing on in from Immunity. And they are on the bomb site, and they should be able to get the bomb planted. But Liquid are doing some damage, actually. Quite a few players low now. 2 down here for Immunity. So the bomb is going to be defended, but it's under a lot of pressure immediately. And there's no kit from Liquid, so this does give them every chance to take this one. In goes the flash. They have a crossfire setup here. Sniper going to pop out from pool, looking for the spray down. Going to find it with that P90, and Fugly will go down as well. So it's just Daps left over, and it seems to be that Immunity have managed to handle the situation. And Daps get the frag before going down. That would be nice, but they're going to let the bomb do the work, leaving Daps solo. That's really smart there by Immunity.
Yeah, and Imagine was by the truck on his own with the MP7. I think he was dueling 2 players for a bit too long, so that could have gone horrible for for Immunity. Team Liquid ended up with a man advantage and a few SMGs as well. However, Immunity managing to hold there. That P90 putting in work. James upgrading to the AK. You can see Ricky going for the Mac 10 as opposed to the full buy. Maybe looking for the AWP in the buy rounds for both teams. So we'll have to wait and see. Team Liquid going to be pretty much on the full eco here. This time they've opted for stacking the B bomb site. Early frag onto A from Ustillo, but Immunity not going to capitalize on it. Again, they are expecting such a tactic as we are seeing now, but they need to identify where it might be.
Yeah, and this time around, because of the fact that he died, Ricker actually opted to buy an SMG, it seems, so they don't really have a guy to send in who's got like a P250 or a Tech 9. They're actually just going to flash in and move straight onto the side. They're going to spot the stack now, and that bomb is going to go towards A. So they have sacrificed 1 player for it, and again it was Ricker, so that's really nice. And especially on this kind of a map, okay, it's nice if Ricky can, as a dedicated AWPer, can buy the AWP, but it's Inferno T side, so it's not a must-have. It's not something that is going to be really paramount to their offense. So it's really cool. They're like, hey, Ricky, just go and be the fact finder, and that's exactly what he did. And they were set up to make the decision based on what they saw. So really safe round from Immunity, cleaned up the anti-eco with only losing 1 man.
All right, look at the money on the team. These SMGs making that paper. Ricky gonna go straight for the big green gun. Good set of nades on the T's as well. Inferno is a map which is quite heavily rely on smokes on the CT side. And look at Liquid. They've got 2 smokes and not much else. They've got the flashbangs. If they can use them well, maybe they can take down 1 or 2 players at one time and give themselves a strong advantage. A strong advantage they will give themselves with control of Inferno there. Something you commonly saw from Adren and his team when he used to be on the old iBuyPower squad. Continues here on Team Liquid. But how long can they hold this defense down for? That's the question.
Imagine just poking there. And they're slowly trying to take over some mid-control. But Adren doesn't want to give it up too easily. He's going to find the one-on-one against Imagine, wins that one. And that's really nice, because now Liquid can hold on to middle. If the Immunity want to take that away from Liquid to make the round look more obscure as to where they're really going, then they're going to have to invest more in that. And well, about my comments with the AWP for Ricky earlier, he actually does have the money for it.
I think he's about to smoke the truck, Ricky. I've seen that lineup before. That's something Fnatic used to do, to throw a smoke for the truck. There we go. So they're throwing it for CT. That means that they can push through construction and smoke off the front of the side. This is a Fnatic tactic.
So Elise able to open up onto Ustillo, so fighting the frag over the top of the coils, but we are seeing them wrap together through construction. Lots of damage done by Liquid. And it looks to be like it could be enough here. It's just Sniper left over. He's not even going to get the bomb down. That is a massive problem here for Immunity, because they spent a lot of cash in that round. Liquid had been doing some damage. You can really see the effect here. They can't really get the buy going. And did Ricket die? No, he just spent everything. Thought he died after time there, but no, he's got 1450, so he spent everything apart from $50. And Tech9s seems to be the order of the day here for Immunity against Liquid, and they really need at least a couple kills here.
So Liquid going for the early 3-man towards B. And again, he's got those double molly carpets, but James going to get close anyway. However, he will not find any frags. So good opportunity there again, that close to the Tech9s, very dangerous indeed. We'll see if Immunity can do any damage to Liquid on this side. Liquid still a bit limited in the nades they have left. Obviously they've used some already, but the numbers of Immunity being thinned out at the moment. So far so good here for Liquid. Bomb is down in no man's land at the moment, and it is a complete slaughter over there. Sniper getting one consolation frag, but that will be that for their investments.
Yeah, and just one frag will not really enough. We're going to see Liquid's economy growing quite, well, slowly but surely, but it's going to be down to how well Immunity can keep the pressure up, because as soon as Liquid are able to string together some clean rounds, then things start getting really awkward, because we'll start to see all these incendiaries. We see 3 here now, but if again, you know, Liquid can get to more, problems will be had, as I'm sure they know how to play with those very well in their defensive setups.
We've seen some highlight videos of Adren holding down B, sorry, Banana with the AWP. So definitely a dangerous position for his opposition should they try to push that smoke, but with Banana firmly in control of Team Liquid for the time being, he will rotate back over towards the A side.
It does look to be that Liquid have a really good understanding of the kind of basic meta of Europe as well. We're seeing similarities there, but it's going to be the push into the A kind of area there, trying to take over middle. Immunity will not get it though. Adren able to kind of ward them away just for a moment, but they don't want to give up any easy duels. They're falling back here, and that is going to give Immunity mid control.
Nice self-pop flash there by Ustilo onto the arch area. He did flash the CT, but he managed to get away behind the wall, so no frags for either side yet. Time is ticking down here for Immunity, and there are still 3 Molotovs for them to contend with should they push in the wrong direction. They are heavily stacked towards B, but Ustilo's made his way into CT spawn. If they push B now, he can kill the rotation if he finds the first frag onto Adren. Adren, though, knows there could be somebody there. They will not find each other, but now the B players are in trouble with this push.
But so it could help them out. The problem is he's kind of smoked off here, so he can't get an angle. And they actually have Sniper who's up middle as well. Sniper's going to catch one towards arch side, so it's madness all across the map, and Immunity are able to find the frags they need. But in comes Nitro from CT, able to make it a 2-on-2 with the health advantage going towards Liquid. They have an incendiary as well, as is being pointed out just there. And you know what? In a situation like this, that can give them a huge advantage, because now they can flush out a player from the new boxes. There it is. That heat and poly setup is going to be subverted now with good use of grenades, and Nitro cleans it up. If they didn't have the incendiary there, that is such a different scenario. Yeah,
but again, with all the T present in CT spawn as well, that could have gone either way. Obviously, Immunity thought the CT was more advanced. The sound gave his position away, and he got shot straight in the face. But considerable damage done to the economy of Team Liquid. You can see there, they are quite short following their buy, but they've got the full buyout now. All the smokes, all the Molotovs as well. Left to see how they continue to use those. Once again, we're going to see Immunity on the force buy, going to try and continue this pressure on the CT economy. They only got 1 frag last time. We'll see if they can get more now.
I was actually surprised they didn't buy here, because they had enough money to actually put a buy together, and they put Liquid to an eco if they win this one, and if they do a lot of damage, they still have a really good chance with that money bonus, even if they get plant 2, to take money control away from Liquid. And we know, again, I can't stress how important money control is to take away from the CTs, and just generally in this game. So let's see how much damage they can do here, and if they can get a plant out of it. They've got the Tech9 armor, so you never know.
Oh, look at that timing there. The molly is going to cause a bit of damage. It's got smoked off, actually. You look at that spray down. Going to do considerable damage. Only 1 person down. Immunity managed to find the plant there. That's going to be a good bonus should they not win this round. And here comes the damage with the Tech9. So many bullets. 11 left in the magazine. He's got 2 more players to contend with. Is he going to go for the apps push? He's going to stay boiler for the time being. He knows they're going to be looking for them. But how can he salvage this round now? We're Fugly holding the angle. Oh, he's looked away. He thinks he's somewhere else. Can he get the frag, though? Wasn't enough time to take down the bomb diffuser.
But that was a really strong round save there from the Sniper with a Tech9. I think actually in a spot like that, with his health being so low, I think going for like a really gambly play, like just almost like walking around a really long way or going up apps is probably like could be, you know, high risk but quite high reward in that spot. But they did the damage they needed to do there, so now they're gonna have an even stronger buy. And how well can Liquid do against what Immunity have to play with? And it looks like they want to take an aggressive control of Banana. They've got the deep smoke to try to ward Immunity away. Now, Immunity, how are they going to deal with that? Are they going to try to push through it with some flashes? Or are they just going to wait for it to dissipate and allow the clock to tick down, which is what Liquid wants?
Right, so Liquid with, this time they've got somebody all the way down the bottom of Banana behind the smoke. Previously they were staying near the car. So it looks like they want to extend their control of that area. Nice flash. It's going to slow Immunity down a little bit more as Ricky is looking for the peak. But the timing on these nades is impeccable from Team Liquid. You can see that Molotov coming in just as Ricky is about to get into his scope. So again, Team Liquid making a huge nuisance of themselves at the moment. Oh, and they've got 4 people over towards the A bomb site. As Cadian's just pointed out there with Nitro in an interesting position.
Yeah, actually, Fugly's really far back on the Banana defense, so they might see the Banana push a little bit too late to have a good rotation, but Liquid playing this really well. In fact, with having Nitro so far back here, they are rotating a man back into CT spawn, and that's just the moment when the push comes in from Immunity. So Immunity now with a nice window of attack to just bully away Liquid from this A bomb site. So far though, Liquid are holding on. It's a 3-on-3 spray down coming into play though. Nitro, excellent stuff there, able to take the round for his team. 5-3 now as Liquid are able to win one more. And Immunity, well, they can keep the buys coming now. They've got that full bonus. I think that's 5 in a row from Liquid. So Immunity, they really need a bomb plant in this round to have a good buy in the next one. I think it'll give them all in the region of $4,500. So without that, they're going to have a weaker buy. So got to get the bomb down in this round.
Alright, so you can see the T's will make their way through that smoke. However, normally you see the Molotovs going down in front of it, managing to hold on to the site in that duel. Nice frag by Adren there, picking up that AWP in the previous round.
James, 20 seconds have passed and 3 guys are dead. Three of them. This
is not a good situation. Immunity opting for shock and awe, but it was not in their favour, unfortunately.
And again, especially when they really need a bomb plant, because they spent pretty much all their money. They're on the max bonus, so they're going to get 3,400 after this round. But they're going to have to go Tech9 armor or something instead of having basically AK's armor and some nades.
I was just going to say that position from Adren. I can't remember the other AWPer who plays there. They stand on the table at the back, so they're more likely to get shot in the leg as opposed to the chest or the head, which will do more damage, of course. Just a little tidbit that these pro players do to give themselves a little bit of an advantage.
Oh, he's still going to take down Nitro. Adren's kind of out of action as well. He doesn't want to peek because he's so low, and he's got teammates to basically not have to risk dying on such low health. And there we go. Estilo is going to go down in the end to Alish. Estilo plays a lot of sneaky and kind of lurkery roles for Immunity. He's a new player who replaced Yam very recently. And Yam going to Vox, I believe. So
yeah, man.
So it's quite interesting to see how they play. I know that James loves to be the B guy. Apparently in Australia he's considered the Freiburg because of the way that he plays on Inferno. Like very B orientated, very banana orientated. But here we go, fast push from Adren with the AWP into the balcony, and they're going to spot the Tech9s all in second mid.
Yeah, he's going to have to get the hell out of there. Definitely does not want that picked up from a T-rush. And this rush is continuing straight onto quad, onto the site. Adren manages to get the no-scope straight into the face of James. Doesn't get the second one. Trades all over the place, 3 versus 3, as Team Liquid are scrambling for position here. Immunity on the site. Haven't picked up any rifles yet, though. The AWP is on the site. They need to grab it. That M4 might be too far away. Oh, the spray down from the Tech9 is going to be too much. And they're going to get a flurry of weapons, or at least they should. Imagine not managing to pick up anything there, but at least they got picked up the AWP and an AK. Yeah,
I mean, you just saw the power of the Tech9s there. The ability to constantly gain ground whilst attacking. That's one of the reasons why the Tech9 is so good and some would argue broken, because you consistently just keep gaining ground. And against AWPers as well, like we can see, like if Adren misses a shot there and he's already too far forward for a round like that, he's just completely blown up, and they couldn't deal with it. So success found from Immunity, and they have been doing a lot of damage to Liquid's economy over the course of these rounds. You can really see that reflected in the fact that we see a FAMAS on Nitro and not all the grenades that they would want. So Liquid in trouble now. Immunity can definitely regain money control sooner rather than later, but it is definitely going to come down to how well they can get the entry in on top of this bomb site. Are they going to send Ricky in first, or are they just going to go for the set nades? Because Ricky does have an AWP.
It seems Ustillo's leading the charge at the moment with Ricky in for support. And there he is. Has he spotted the position of Fugly, and how much can he do about it? They're going to find 2 frags despite the flashes coming in. So this should look good for... Well, it does look good for Immunity, but can they eke out the round? Are Liquid even going to push? It looks like they're going to go for the save here, as by the time they get to the site, they have the 2-man disadvantage, and Immunity will have supreme positions. So it will be very difficult indeed. They're going to opt for the conservative play, and hopefully they can... eke out a buy for their fallen teammates in the next round.
Yeah, hunting them down is pretty important. They can definitely invest 2 or 3 players, or lose 2 or 3 players for the investment of to maybe take down 1 or 2 of these guns from Liquid.
Liquid smartly spaced out as well, because they're expecting that. So they don't want to get caught together.
And the cool thing actually is that Immunity, again, I was talking to James, and they like to mix in the rounds like that sometimes. We would call them contact plays, where basically instead of throwing all the nades and telegraphing what you're going to do before you actually push in, you just slowly creep forwards, and then you kind of rush as soon as you get contact, as soon as you get that first engagement. And that's how they won that round, and it kind of caught Liquid off guard because they didn't really have any signs of what was coming until it was too late, and they just hit the entries. And I can't remember, they have a specific name for that in Australia, in Oceania, but I can't remember what it is. It's probably Diggity, yeah. Alright, here we go. James alone going to go for the spray down. Only gets 1 over on Banana. And that will be a weapon claimed for Liquid, giving them 4 rifles.
It's a bit of info as well, because they know that there's 2 more people onto the B bomb site, which may cause for a faster push on A. You can see they've got players already in the library area. One looking at quad as well. And going to get shot in the side of the head, saving his teammate there. Bomb has to get away. Could get caught in mid here. Got to be careful. Elige not going to be able to best the P250, and that is a humongous frag for Immunity. If they lost that one there, they would have been in serious trouble. Now it's just down to Adren versus 3. Oh, this is not going to be good. The bomb is indeed down. He could have got 2 there. Going to go for the pop flash onto the site as well. Imagine's blind. Adren 1 versus 2.
Oh, he's going for the riskier play here, which is just go all the way to the apps and just walk all the way. Now, he might be able to catch one of them off guard, as they may still be suspecting that he will come up from quad, or Diggity actually, as they call it in I think that is legit, like what Diggity is supposed to be, is the quad area for us, short in Europe. I think there's many more things that can be Diggity.
I was watching them scrim some games, and I did hear a Diggity or 2.
Yeah, I had some Diggity as well, and this makes you think of that song.
Diggity, Mike.
I like the way you work, kid. No diggity. No. That's what I'm thinking every time I hear that. So, well, they have finally managed to break Liquid's economy. We're seeing the pistols from them, a few grenades as well, but just it's definitely looking like a much more favourable round here for Immunity on the opening. No armor for any players, but that's not going to stop Fugly from taking the frag onto James at the start of the round, and then they smoke it off as well. So maybe Immunity can get in a little bit of trouble here. But it looks like Liquid are going to be gambling a little bit more towards A at the moment. They've just left Elige towards the B-bomb site. Elige, the newest member of Liquid.
Alright, so it looks like Immunity are expecting the rotation towards A following the frag. So they will just wait for the smoke to disappear and push B. But Team Liquid, potentially reading the point of view of Immunity here, are slowly creeping back towards B.
And they have made the right guess as well. Liquid now, Elige needs to get some damage done here in the back of the bomb site, goes down immediately. Fugly, does get a free couple of shots there with a D, enough to take down Sniper, but will it be enough? 3 more players left for Immunity, and there's no help anywhere close to Fugly at the moment. Nitro is so far away, he's only just now entering Banana. So he's got another 5 seconds or so before he gets to the top, and Ustillo's already on point, going to spray Nitro down. Can Fugly find extra damage here? There's a few rounds left in this first half, and Fugly will get the frag onto Imagine.
Immunity have a lot of rounds on the board so far, and you have to wonder how solid their CT side is going to be, because they're putting themselves in a good situation for the second half to take this game. So we'll see. Maybe the Team Liquid can do exactly the same to them. We'll find out soon enough. 2 rounds remaining here in the first half, and Liquid going to have to drop for a player. We'll see what the buy ends up looking like. In fact, they're going to have 4 silence them 4, so not too terrible. 4 mollies as well. Not doing bad at all.
It must be really strange for Liquid and Immunity to play one another, because everyone is somewhat familiar with the European meta, but Immunity and Liquid, neither of them play exactly with the European meta. Liquid are closer to it. It feels like they're a bit more up to date with it. But when it goes to them trying to find holes in Immunity's defense, that's going to be super interesting, because Immunity definitely play with quite a different method. We will see that, of course, shortly. But this buy round right now, it's pretty standard stuff here. We've got a bit of banana control there for Liquid. Immunity just putting the pressure up on mid. They're waiting for those grenades to go away. They want to take middle first, and then they can decide, okay, we can take a bit of banana control, keep our options open, or just hit up the A plate.
So still 2 players holding banana for Liquid, but it's starting to get a bit antsy, starting to creep down. Sniper is waiting for them, however, while the rest of his teammates, I think it might be in a small engagement there. They've gone back towards the B site. Now here comes the battle in Arch. Trades coming in for James. They will see the bomb. That's going to cause the rotation here from Elige from B over towards A. There isn't going to be a wrap, it doesn't look like, but oh, those kills through the smoke from Nitro may just take this around for Liquid, but it's still 3 versus 2. Bomb is down, just being picked up. The flank is coming in from CT spawn, and now Nitro has to waste as much time as possible while he waits for Fugly to arrive.
So Nitro is still in the pit, and that could be causing problems. It is smoked off, but those are going to go away very shortly. Fugly going to find the angle. Imagine, though, traded by Sniper. Nitro now is on him from pit. They know, well, Sniper knows that he's coming from that angle, and he's just peeking him. Oh, Nitro's going to find the kill as well. Sniper goes down, and yeah, Sniper just straight up going for the peek. There probably could have maybe used some extra time there to shoulder the angle a little bit, try to play with Nitro, but the wide peak going for the committed engagement, and that's going to make it 7-7 with Liquid barely taking that one. But look at the money they've got. It's really terrible, to be honest. Not going to be much in the way of grenades for them, and Famis is in the mix as well.
Meanwhile, we have the AWP coming out for Ricker. 4 AKs as well, so Liquid can do away with their helmets. At least that's managing to get out the full buy here. He's the only one. Oh, sorry, Nitro has a defuse kit as well, and they're going for a shock and awe here again. Immunity. See if it can work this time. Although Nitro and co seem to have the jump. All the frags going their way. This has not worked for Immunity. So they're going for that last round surprise in the first half, but they had the at least the equipment advantage there, and it's been lost in a flurry of bullets in mid.
I actually like the decision making from Immunity, because they would be aware, if they're reading the money correctly, that Liquid's buy is not going to be that strong and that they won't have many grenades. And if you're a CT side and you don't have a lot of grenades, you want to try to find the advantage or the edge some way other than delaying them, because you just don't have the equipment to delay them long enough to get the edge in that sense. So usually teams will say, okay, well, let's take a little aggression here, let's try to take a little bit of map control here, and maybe get a frag from it. And Liquid already showed to Immunity that kind of European style where they play 3 at the early timing towards B, towards Banana. And the counter strat to that is rushing middle. Is to rush straight up to quad or arch side and just get the bomb down straight away, 5-on-2. And I'm pretty sure that that's how they read the situation. But they're just a bit unlucky that in this round, Liquid decided to play more of a standard setup, and they had the man on arch. If the man wasn't on arch, I think it was a Dren. And if instead he was on Banana for the push early on, that would have been very certainly a win, I think, for Immunity. So I love the thought there from Immunity. We're on an 8-7 scoreline, and we're into the pistol here in the second half.
All right, so Team Liquid with it all to do. 7 rounds on Immunity's T side. Okay, so we've got decoys causing some shenanigans, but where will the frags come in? That is the question.
Well, so pretty fast up middle, and so far Immunity looking quite strong.
Oh, I think he's got some information because they are charging towards the bomb site. Smoke's going down. Has he got the pop flash? James with 2 flashes in the bag here. Not going to throw one of them yet. That's really good, nice confidence, actually, that Liquid won't push the smoke, and indeed they won't. Going to consider their options here. There are still 3 people all in the kind of quad side of the A site here from Immunity. Sniper now in position to re-smoke B. Looks like a Dren may commit here, though. Sorry, Team Liquid may commit here. But the flash is coming in, the CT smoke as well. And here comes the push. Sniper getting the first frag. Trades coming in for Team Liquid. See how much time James can waste. Nice flashes there, but he will lose the duel to Elige. 3 versus 3. Now it's Immunity who need the retake. No kits on the players who are alive.
So Dren there by Coils at the moment, ready to receive anybody who pushes construction. 3-on-3 is pushing in here for Immunity. Now they are going to lose 2 players to a Dren already. It's 3 players to a Dren. It's very nice defense from him, and I gotta say that I thought the smokes were pretty cool there from Immunity on Banana, because they actually had the ability to peek mid still, because there's no second mid control or apartments control for Liquid to pressure them off of mid. So that actually created a situation where Immunity had the most info that they could to prepare for that, but Liquid just too good on the engagements.
Alright, so the force spy coming out for Immunity. We have 5-7s. James hiding behind the car. The push isn't going to come in yet. That timely smoke will begin to slow down. But that's the only smoke they have. Sniper with one flash, and that's it.
I remember yesterday on the match against NIP, James did some really dirty moves from behind that car. You just don't see players play that position in Europe, really, because it's so committed and dangerous, and you get naded down really easily.
The way they're positioned, I think we may see the pop flash coming in on B shortly. And there it is. He's gone for the pop flash, but he's not going to find the frags. Not yet, at least. Gets tagged down to 7 HP. So that one flash they had in the bag to try and get them an advantage has failed. They have killed one player, however, so 4 versus 4 mate at 3. Alige taking down James. B site's clear. We will have one challenge in Sniper.
They might be expecting ground construction, but they don't really have a lot to work with. Imagine's found himself an SMG. Map 10. And he's going to find the frag on Adren. So that's an AK picked up. That's a really gorgeous save for them, to be honest.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. And they have the armor out on Sniper in the 5-7 as well, so he can drop that 5-7 at the start of the next round. And they can have a really strong... Okay, he's going to just go for the push there. I guess he was not going to be escape on the long range there. So, well, it's just going to be the SMG and the AK-47. But that's still nice. That's still a nice save into the following round. They can work with that.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one, considering...
I wonder if they'll give it to James, actually. Again, like, James on this map is super important for Immunity, because he is given the most responsibility often, and that's just to be the B guy, just the solo B guy. So if they gave it to him, they would likely stack A or something like that. But we'll have to see what they've got in store for us here. Just like they was going to be holding on to that AK-47 for now.
Ooh, looks like they're doing a bit of a buy. James and Sniper buying a little bit low here. So 1600 left in the bank for James. So it looks like they're going for the W with this Mac 10 and AK. Let's see what they can do. See people on the B bomb site looking for a spray down on Banana. The AK is going to be lost straight away, and so is the site, with James going down second. Now Immunity going to have to play for the retake, and Team Liquid going to get a free upgrade on one of those Galils. Back to an AK. They're not sure if the site has been stacked, but there's only 2 Immunity players remaining. We see they don't want to lose any guns. Now, question is, does Imagine go for some exits, or does he just scramble away and save his armor for the next round? And they're going to be some of their players are going to be shorts on the next round, following what little they bought in that round. We'll have to keep an eye on the economy for James in the next round, as well as Sniper.
It is really interesting that they use the behind the car position so much, because it's funny, isn't it? Sometimes you need to be reminded of what you don't see, and then just think, oh, people don't do that anymore. And then you think, okay, why did we never see teams when we're casting, the European matches use that position? And it's super dangerous. I can see why they like it though, because it's very shock and all. You don't expect it, but also that angle you get, like we saw Ustillo, if he connects with the first guy on the spray down, he's probably going to kill like 2 or 3 people with that spray, because they're all in a line. But it's so risky. But 11-7, and the buy comes out from Immunity, and like you pointed out, they didn't leave themselves with all that much money, but they've opted to be able to have incendiaries and smokes, so it's not too bad. Yeah,
Team Liquid with all the toys, every man carrying a smoke and a Molotov, so we can expect to see some kind of executes from them as these rounds go on. Might use those mollies to try and secure some map control. Sniper just standing tall and on top of the car there, exposing everything, and not getting on the winning side of that battle. So early disadvantage for Immunity, and they could be in trouble here, as this lead for Team Liquid continues to extend.
Yeah, I think again, if Liquid have done some homework on Immunity, I think they can definitely predict that Immunity in spots like this are likely to just leave one guy on B instead of playing the 2-2. Because you can play 2-2 in this situation by having 2 guys kind of stacked towards pit or quad, and just being very, very safe using really efficient positions. But they've gone for that 1-3. And I think that's because, again, that's the style that they like to use with a player like James on their team, who is very, very confident and just being able to do everything by himself on Banana. But with the tools that he's got to work with, he's got the weakest weapon on his team. He's got no grenades left. He's exposed behind that fountain as soon as they wrap around. This is going to be a really hard job for James. Going to be in with these sprays, running out of bullets. Doesn't get a single kill. Daps is down to 6, but it is going to be the B bomb site now for Liquid as they get the bomb planted. And there's 3 players left for Immunity with rifles. They may... Well...
In this situation, Liquid saved, didn't they? They were further away, in fairness.
Yeah, they were. I was thinking, I wonder if they should save here. It's pretty marginal, but if they're confident, well, let's go for it. And we're going to see Ricky moving up the first man here for Immunity. And there's all 3 coming through construction here, fighting these trades. Not quite. It's going to be Liquid getting the better of those. And they will move up one more round, 11-7. And Liquid are really taking control of the money. Immunity are in a position that Liquid never were really in on the CT side. Liquid always kind of had some money to play with.
Yeah, 12-7 now, and it's likely to be 13 as Immunity have little choice but to go for the save here so they can get a fully fledged buy, hopefully in the following round. So Sniper going for some intel there, no pun intended. Playing 3A and 2B at the moment, so we're not seeing the stack we've seen in previous rounds from both CT sides. Again, we've got Imagine with the one pot flash for his team that he's playing in the apps area. Could flash himself in the way Shoxy does. Maybe he'll find himself a frag. But there will be no one for him to find anytime soon. Team Liquid pretty static at the moment. Again, just trying to find out the information.
And they are going to rotate James a little bit, floating back to CT spawn. And, I mean, they need to take some gambles here. And that gamble will be to leave Imagine alone on the A-bomb site. Now he's coming over into B. And Liquid, well, going to be facing up against this stack very shortly. Here they go. Triggering the first frag. It's not looking too bad, but until Daps takes down Nitro, giving Immunity a helping hand there. So 2-on-3, but still not much to work with here for Immunity as they get gunned down. And it's just 1 man left. Imagine with the monkey business 5-7 coming in. No armor on him or anything like that. Liquid will get the bomb planted. And it's unlikely here that Imagine's going to find himself all that much damage. Here's the first engagement, and that lack of armor really hurts. That aim punch coming into play. Elise gets the frag, 13-7, and Liquid look like they're on a really good swing of momentum at the moment.
So, Immunity are in a horrible situation now, not only because of how close Liquid are to winning this map and how far away they are, but even if they win a round and then lose, then they are going to be screwed as well. So they pretty much need to win at least 3 rounds in a row here, and then maybe they can drop one and try and stay in the game, but they need some economy, and they are lacking at the moment. Even Nade's not going to do as much damage as they would have liked. Elise left with 65 HP, 64, 65. So, no early deaths here for Immunity so far, and that's really important, as that's been bugging them as of late. And you can see Team Liquid on B hungry to find an early frag, but Immunity playing a bit more passive this time.
They actually have, this is really interesting actually, they have a 3-man setup towards quad, the quad side of A. Now if Liquid actually try to push middle a little bit, they could be in trouble if they don't take the right engagements here. If they smoke off arch side and try to go for that A play, that's what this setup is supposed to deal with for Immunity. That's what it's supposed to be strong against. And of course, Immunity are very, very passive on Banana. They don't even have players positioned to get the pop flash information at this point, and this is the kind of timing you'd want that. Because Liquid, they've only got 35 seconds left. They have to make a play soon, but they're still holding ground. They got Banana, 2 players up there, and they haven't even gone deep into middle yet. So here we go. We're going to see the rotation as the push is going to come in to A.
Oh, they're all moving away from quad as well. That flashbang's caused them to go to arch in case they need to rotate. That's going to leave quad weak, but the first kill's going to come in the arch area from Adren taking down Ricky, and it doesn't manage to get the dual Ustillo. So that's 2 men down now. Now we've got Imagine stuck on the site. He is surrounded and he has fallen, taking 1 down with him. He will slow the plant. There's only a few seconds left for the bomb to go down, but James is the only man standing and he is running away from the site. Immunity they lost a very crucial round indeed for them. Team Liquid moving to 14. James, can he take down Daps there? He will not be able to hold that AK. So, they need to keep their heads in the game here. Let's have a look at how much money they have. We'll see it from the buy. See what kind of buy they've got there. So, again, I mean, pretty much the whole CT side has been one of of rations, Dan.
Yeah.
Of limitations.
I mean, they lost the pistol round, and they've never gotten their money going. And I know that Immunity, when they do have money, they play a risky style on their Inferno CT side, but it's a respectable style. And
nice. You don't see that very often.
Envious use it, and actually Immunity, I've seen them use it as well in Oz also. So it is becoming quite known, and it's pretty abusive, to be honest. If you're playing some of those closer pop flash kind of positions, but oh my god, again we're seeing team frags coming in. 2 players left now for Immunity. Things looking terrible for them. We've seen quite a lot of team kills. We've seen a lot of team kills.
We have seen inordinate amounts. James, last line of defense here for Immunity. And how many rounds have they won on the CT side?
None.
They haven't won a single round.
Nope.
It's a big fat 0.
And the problem is that they bought everything here. So James just needs to save this. If he saves this, he can actually drop to a teammate, and that's great, because then they can have more grenades and a bit better weaponry. But
they can have more guns.
But yeah, they're going to be getting the max 3400. So FAMAS for pretty much everyone apart from whoever James drops to, basically. So 3 FAMASes to be expected in the following round, and not many grenades. And generally a lack of answers as well seems to be expected in the sake of Immunity. Now, in this series, considering that Liquid, their best map is probably Mirage, I would say, Immunity can't let this go to map 3. Because each map gets slightly worse for them. They have Inferno. Inferno should be good for them. We go to Cache, or Cache. I'm going to say Cache.
Cache, might.
Cache.
Might. Have you heard the way NIP say might? Their impressions of Australians is hysterical. Might. But anyway, they're facing a lot of match points here. Are the Oceanic side topping the Oceanic League to make it here to the Faceit Stage 1 finals. Headed toward a 0-1 deficit here versus Liquid, who have the full buy versus another limited buy here from Immunity.
You can actually see the sniper just opted to get the 5.7 just because he wanted full nades. There was no way he could buy a rifle and have any grenades. So that's a smart choice, to be honest. And you can see he actually swapped it with James, because James got tagged down going for an aggressive play and actually kept himself alive. So Immunity, they're stuck on a default setup. They have no information about what's going on at the moment. They don't have any info on Banana. Liquid have Banana. Liquid are soon to be pushing into middle. So once again, the story is continuing where Liquid are basically taking pretty much whatever they want away from Immunity. As soon as these grenades wear off, we can expect Liquid to be pushing in.
Time ticking, we're hitting the 40-second mark, and there are no frags for Immunity just yet. You can see the bomb still, sorry, no frags for Liquid or Immunity. Bomb still in a passive position, but Immunity getting tagged despite getting the frag onto that. It's looking good so far. You still are holding down the quad area. 5 versus 2. Is this a late resurgence for Team Immunity? Elige with the bomb here, but with 20 seconds on the clock now, this is looking very difficult indeed.
I mean, it's a round that they can pick up here. Pugly's going to try to get some extra damage done, which of course is really painful, but they actually survive 4 players and can pick up all the weapons. So that changes things for their economy quite a lot, but as far as it goes with the match, now that's a very different story here. Again, it gets, on paper, it gets worse for them. Each map that they play, moving into the 3rd map, so they've got to try to make it work here on Inferno. And this is the first time we're going to see real weaponry from them and grenades. And also a round win on the CT side. So James in with the AWP on Banana, gets the tag onto Nitro.
Oh, he's going back, he's re-peeking, he's going for more information. It's a new position, but of course Liquid are going to be looking for the trade, so they have to be careful not to overextend here.
And they're probably going to go for that wallbang attempt again, considering how much Immunity were playing for that angle, but no, they're going to push straight past it. Leash looking to get the entry straight back onto Immunity. Now James with the incendiary straight away. Actually, they picked up a couple Molotovs actually from the previous round. That's actually another huge money saver for them.
I like the molly there as well, because he's used it to A, to stop a push, but B, to allow himself to take an angle safely.
Yep.
So he can mount his offense. So things slowing down here. Liquid going quiet, going off the grid. You can see Ricky is positioning himself for a rotation should one be required. It's actually James Orping as opposed to Rika, who is the normal opper. So this looks like a Molotov for the new boxes, as indicated there by Kaden, which is exactly where Sniper is standing. So if Liquid get up close, he's going to be in a position where he has to expose himself to avoid the flames, but he'll be able to move in time. Flames all over the site, flashes coming, and we've got 4 Liquid players to deal with. Fugly and Dap's going to take down the 2 site players. It's going to be Immunity playing for the retake once again.
Yeah, those nades completely destroyed the defense of Immunity. Now Rick is going to be coming in from construction. Alicia is going to hold it down. All on Ostillo and Imagine as they try to make their way in from construction as well. But this defense is so tight, and the smoke's up there as well. Immunity very close to losing map 1 at the moment. Still able to take one quick frag. Jumping in is going to be Imagine, but he is taken out. So 16-8, and Liquid, they never had a single issue with Immunity CT side, and Immunity, it seemed like they struggled so much without the money, and they never really played like well, many double ecos to get a lot of money. We saw, I think you made the comment